Good evening, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is September 22nd, 2020, and I just want to share a quick update with you guys tonight. The last video I did about the amazing 2020 heavenly signs announcing the soon return of the King of Kings. I was very excited to be able to share all of that information with you guys. I'm very disappointed in the sound. I'm not sure what that was or why I was having bad sound issues. And I'm doing this as kind of a test and making sure that I'm back on track with sound. I actually bought a new microphone, and I changed some of the settings in my computer. Maybe that had to do with it. But what I want to just share with you guys is this article that I shared with you. It's so wonderful, and I will leave the link for you guys in the description box. If you've not seen the video, or if you haven't been able to hear the video because of bad sound, then I encourage you to go ahead and go to the blog site of Helena Lehman, Pillar of Enoch blog. And the full article is there with all the graphics. It's best if you can do it off of a PC and you can open the graphics and have a wide view of the graphics. This banner on my YouTube page actually is one of her graphics talking about the eclipse on December 14th and the importance of this day and the heavenly signs that are coming together on that day. And now that we have gone past the Feast of Trumpets, it's September 22nd. We've gone past the Feast of Trumpets. We're actually at only about 82 days right now to midweek Hanukkah. It's actually 78 days if you go to December 10th. So 78 days, around 80 days to Hanukkah. I know that there's a lot of people that are going to be still watching here, the Day of Atonement and then through Tabernacles, and that's all fine. But the closer we get to Hanukkah, I just want to let everybody know I have prepared 3 simple messages that summarize everything that I am seeing for December. Part 1 is the sign that I received from the Lord in 2012, how I came to all of this understanding, how the Lord showed me the importance of midweek Hanukkah and as a sign of His coming. Part 2 is the full explanation with the 7-year timeline, showing us the midweek rapture, or the midpoint rapture of the church, and then the 3.5-year reign of the Antichrist that is coming. And we know that the reign of the Antichrist is only 3.5 years, and that the reign of the Antichrist will begin after the rapture of the church. That means we are 3.5 years into the tribulation, and what remains after the rapture is going to be the final portion of the tribulation. All of that is explained, how we can understand the 70 years, the 50 years, and then the 7-year timeline, where it began, when the rapture will occur, and how we can understand the beginning and the ending of the reign of the Antichrist. That is part 2. 35-minute video. I've got it all summarized in one video. And number 3, the Lord gave me a message. When I received my sign in 2012, the Lord gave me a message with that sign. And this is the message that I'm sharing now, because all of this is coming to its fruition and its culmination. Okay? All of this is coming to the final signs of His return, and I believe it's all pointing to December. And so in 3 simple parts. It's how I understood it, what it means today, and where it's leading us as far as the signs of His coming now to Hanukkah 2020, and the message that goes with it, along with the article by Helena with all the heavenly signs for December. And she's been studying heavenly signs for a long, long time. And the list of signs that began in 2010, they're all coming to a culmination. This is the way she's explaining it in her article. This is a culmination of 10 years of signs coming together. December showing just how it is all coming to an end, and the beginning of the judgment that is coming. It could be starting in December, is the way she's interpreting it. That's also my interpretation. So I just wanted to give you guys this update. I'm going to, unless I have new and really substantial information to add to all of this, I'm going to try not to be doing other information with small bits and pieces. I did a full report. This part 2, a 35-minute video, is a full report on everything we need to know about why the rapture looks to be, okay, I can't say 100%, but all the signs show us that we are probably looking at rapture in December, just before the beginning of the reign of the Antichrist on the 21st of December. So Hanukkah and the winter solstice shows it. Now, I can't make anybody believe what I'm sharing, and there's not really a point of arguing about it. I think this is a time where, people are going to have to just have the discernment and the prayer life to know, okay, this is information I want to follow or search out more or study, and it takes you to the Word, and you can study it out for yourself, and you can do more research. And I do have a list of almost 60 videos I've done in a playlist about Hanukkah. That's within the description box of my videos. You can follow that and see information that interests you. But for right now, we've already passed the Feast of Trumpets. You may have questions. What's happening? Where are we going next? Okay, and I see everything leading us to December, to Hanukkah, and this is the simplest way. Okay, the simplest way that I could share it, how I understood it, the full understanding of how we can see Hanukkah 2020, and then the message of the sign together with all the heavenly signs that Helena has put together. And this is it's a lot of information, and but there's time. As I said, I've got a countdown timer going to midweek Hanukkah, and we're at 82 days and 20 hours, so just under 83 days. So there's time for you to understand it if you want to study. I've been talking about Hanukkah for 8 years, and the signs that I have been following have been leading us to, just as Jesus said, Matthew chapter 24, when you see, what shall be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? And Jesus answered them in verse 15, when you see the abomination of desolation, according to the prophet Daniel. The Lord showed me that when he told them about the abomination of desolation, he was answering their question of when. What will be the sign of your coming, and when will be the end of the age? When you see the abomination of desolation, according to the prophet Daniel. And that is the sign of his coming on Hanukkah. This is what was revealed to me. It's not beneficial to argue about it. All I can do is share with you what the Lord showed me, and I've done the best I can to document it in 3 very simple videos. You do not have to watch 50 hours of videos. You do not have to watch even one video that's 2.5 or 3 or 5 hours long. 3 videos, okay? In a total of less than 50 minutes, I've been able to share everything the Lord has given me. I've summarized it in 50 minutes. So for those who want more information, kind of wondering where we are now, why we're still here after the Feast of Trumpets, okay, and the next big date is the Day of Atonement. I know Brenda Weltner is sharing heavily about the Day of Atonement. I do not see things the way she sees things. She's close. And I don't have anything bad to say about her. She's seems to be a wonderful sister in the Lord and sharing, getting people into the Word. She's sharing from the Word of God. I think that's wonderful. That's all wonderful. And I guess the difference would be is that if the timeline started on September 23rd, 2017, as Brenda says, then that would mean rapture would not be until March of 2021, because from the beginning of the 7-year timeline, there's got to be a 3.5-year midpoint, because the reign of the Antichrist is only 3.5 years. So it's the first 3.5 years and then the second 3.5 years. So my 7-year timeline starts on Pentecost in 2017, bringing us exactly 1,290 days to Hanukkah. And then the end of the reign of the Antichrist brings us to the full 7 years. And this is what I'm sharing. So there's just a couple big differences between Brenda and I, but we're both close. We're both watching this time frame in the fall and early winter as the midway point of the 7 years. We both agree on that. And we're just looking at the timing of things a little bit differently. So if we're still here after the Day of Atonement, and you want more information as to what could possibly be happening next, this is what I have shared with you. I'll leave all the links for you in the description box. I pray you guys are all blessed. This is Steve Fletcher, the trumpet for my people, and the sign of his coming revealed.